How's it going, Top Forest TV? My name is Jack and welcome to my preview for the Luton Town game taking place at the City Ground tomorrow night. So yeah, Forest are back at the City Ground after our journey to the Medeski Stadium, 1-1 in that one, to face a Luton side who are 1 point above us in the league. They're 11th, we are 13th, so we're around the same sort of neck of the woods in terms of the league standings. In the last 5 games, it's been 2 wins and 3 losses. But to be fair to them, with the squad they've got, the budget they have, they're doing really, really well for themselves. I think a lot of people expected them to come up and go straight back down. Last season, really held their own, really did really well, to be honest. A nice mid-table finish for them. I think they finished above us. You know, and you thought maybe with fans not being there, they would have struggled because, you know, when you're a lower sort of division side, like a Luton, like a Blackpool this season, or maybe a Peterborough sort of side, you bank on your home games where your fans are there to sort of get you up and get you going against some of the bigger teams in the leagues. So, you know, I'd have thought maybe last season they would have struggled, but to be fair to them, they did really, really well. Really made a good name for themselves, and they've been a surprise package again this season. You know, maybe you thought second season syndrome, and I know we are only in November, the back end of November, but they're doing really well and they're holding their own. You know, you've got to be really pleased if you're a Luton fan. So it's not going to be an easy game by any stretch of the imagination. You know, a team that can cause us problems. They've got some good players in the ranks. Pele, Woodocks and Panzu's a player that always gets highlighted whenever you come up against Luton, one of their danger men. Sonny Bradley at the back. You know, he's enjoyed a good rise through the league. So I know he's at Plymouth and now he's at Luton doing a really good job there. You know, Henry Lansbury, not sure how often he plays, but he's someone that we know about, someone who I loved at Forest, and since Forest, he's never really hit the heights that he once showed that got him his move to Villa. He's been a bit disappointing, so, you know, to welcome him back, it'll be good to see him at the City Ground again. Well, I won't be seeing him at the City Ground. I was thinking about going to this game, but one thing and another got in the way. I want to try and get to as many games as I can, and if you don't know sort of why I don't get to go to games, I do live about 2 hours away from Nottingham, and I can't drive, so I do have to sort of rely on my dad a bit, and he can't always get to games because of work, or you know, sometimes Mum won't let him go, that, to be honest. But you know, we're going to try and get to go to a couple of games. You know, I am quite busy as well, to be fair. You probably not see me too much on the Red and White show. I have been fairly busy recently. I've got a lot going on, so I can't always get to games, but you know, I'm going to try and get to more games and that sort of thing. I've got this weekend free. Unfortunately, Dad's working, so I will be able to tune into the iFollow audio for the game on Saturday, so I'll be able to give you a proper rundown on that one. But anyway, I'm waffling back onto this game. Yeah, really looking forward to seeing how this one pans out. I think we'll be all right. You know, I think we might get a win over them. Their last game was a 2-0 loss at home to Queen's Park Rangers, who look a very good side. They look a very, very good team, QPR. We did really well to get a point against them, judging how well they've been doing of late. But no, I'm gonna be positive for this one. I'm gonna say we're gonna keep this brilliant run going. I know we've lost once at home to Fulham under Cooper, but other than that, we're unbeaten in games. It'll be good to get 3 points again. You know, last game was a 1-1. Game before that we did win, but then it was a draw before that, and I think it was a draw before that as well. So, you know, it'd be nice to get another win back at the City Ground, keep the momentum going, keep the Cooper train rolling on. I'm going to go with a Nottingham Forest. I'm going to go with a 1-0. I don't think it'll be too high scoring. I was thinking 2-1 or 1-0. I think 1-0 might be the scoreline. I'm going to go grab and get in the goal. You know, they're a good side, Luton, as I mentioned. They set themselves up well, so they won't be easy to break down. They won't be easy to score goals against. But I'm going to go with a 1-0 Forest. You know, not too much. I think it's going to be a game where you have to work hard to get your rewards. A game where you're really going to have to graft, and it's not going to be a game of easy chances. You wouldn't. Well, I don't think. I could be completely proved wrong, but I think it's going to be a game where, you know, one goal might win it, and I think it'll go our way. Lewis Grabban, I just think it's the kind of game that he'll score a goal in. a goal in the penalty box, knowing where to be at the right place at the right time. And I remember speaking to one of my old friends from school a couple of years ago. I think it was during lockdown, actually, and he was saying that Grabban can play for a good couple of more years because he doesn't necessarily need that pace. He just has that know-how and that understanding of where to be in the box, where to be to put the ball in the back of the net, where the goal is, and that's invaluable for someone like Grabban because you look at someone like Michael Owen, he was really prolific at the start of his career, but as soon as he started picking up injuries and that pace started leaving him, he was just kind of a bit, no one say redundant, because he knew where to be, knew where to find the back of the net, but he wasn't that blistering, exciting striker that Liverpool had and that got him his move to Real Madrid, so. But I think with Grabban, he's that kind of striker that, he can use his mental side of the game to combat the lack of physicalness as he's getting older. And, I think he might just get himself a goal, poaching in that 6-yard box, 18-yard box. And I think will be enough for us to get the 3 points. A bit of a talking point. Obviously, Max Lowe did come off injured at the Midday at the weekend, which is a real shame. I'm not too sure how long he's out for. Bong did come in off the bench. So, it does show that Cooper is willing to use Bong should he need to. I know Yates is out also, so it might be a factor in this one. Maybe Bong might have to play. I know he did shift Colback out onto the left back position, when we did play Sheffield United because of the eligibility of Max Lowe. But with Yates being out, I don't think he wants to take Colback and Yates out of the midfield too, because that'll leave us with the potential of either, one of a Jada who's not even kicked a ball yet before competitively for the first side. It could leave us with Cafu maybe, Garner. It's not kind of, you need one of, if not both, Colback and Yates in this system, who's able to be a bit more combative, a bit more strong in the tackle, whereas the other two are a bit more, other three, are a bit more creative. So I think it could be a factor of seeing Bong out on the left hand side. Maybe you could see maybe a Jaden Richardson or Mohamed Draga maybe putting out on the left hand side. I don't know too much on the ability of him to play left back or left wing back, depending where we go with that 4 at the back or that 5 at the back. So it'll be interesting to see how that one pans out. I know a lot of people aren't very much fans of Bong, and he's I wouldn't say he's been as bad as some people make out, but he's not really covered himself in as much glory as he probably could have done to get the fans on his side. But yeah, I think it could be quite an interesting game. If Bong does play, then that could be a bit of a target for Luton. But hopefully, if he do play the 5 at the back, he's got the 3 alongside him to kind of cover over for him should he need them. So that's not too much of an issue. But yeah, if I'm going to go with my starting 11, I'm going to go with that 5-2-3 that we have been playing of late. So I don't know why, it sounded a bit weird when I was reading that out of my head. 5-2-3, that is exactly right. I'm going to go Samba in goal, back 5 of Spence, Worrell, Figueiredo, McKenna. I'm going to say Bong at left wing back. I just have a feeling, but it could be Draga, for example, if Cooper feels like he can trust him there. The 2 midfielders for me, I'm going to go with, I suspect it'll probably be Garner and Colback. I'd like to see Jada. I'd love to see how he plays and what he can offer us, but I do believe it will be Garner and Colback. I'm a bit disappointed with Garner, I can't lie. He was so good last season, but this season he's just been off the pace. He's not really been that great. It's a real shame because he is a player of real quality, as we saw, but unfortunately I just don't think he has really been able to show it this season. And then a front 3 for me of Zinkernagel, Johnson and Grabban. So yeah, like I say, 1-0 Forest. Grabban with the goal. I'm feeling confident for this one. Luton are a decent side, but I do think we've got what it takes to bring back or keep all 3 points at the City Ground. So yeah, if you did enjoy, smash the like button, subscribe if you are new to Talk Forest TV and you are enjoying the videos that Danny's putting out and the rest of the crew. And yeah, thank you for watching and come on, you Reds.